Hello again, everybody. Well, thanks everybody for coming along last night. It was fantastic to meet a lot of you in person for the first time. Now, there were a few concerns raised about heat pumps, so I thought we might have a little bit of a lesson in heat pumps tonight. So hang in there, we're going to do a heat pump lesson. That is a heat pump. Now, how does it work? Well, on the front of it, you can see there is a radiator. I've got the covers and filters off mine at present. And there is a radiator, because what happens is the outdoor unit pumps gas into the indoor unit that is then released or compressed, depending on whether we're heating and cooling, and causes that aluminium fins in there to get hot or cold, depending on what you want to happen. Now, there's also a fan in there that causes the air in the room to be pushed across that radiator and heated or cooled accordingly. There's no air coming in from outside. All the air transfer happens when it's inside. Hang five, we're going to go and have a look at some pipe work. Okay, what you're looking at right now is the gas lines that run from the unit you saw inside through my ceiling and out to the outside units on the outside of the house. What's important to understand in here is that there is no air transfer from the outside units to the inside units. Now let's go and have a quick look at the outside units. It's pretty dark out there right now, so you might have to bear with me. I've got to grab a torch. Okay, so what we're looking at here is the other side of that unit that we saw inside, which is where the gas pipes connect to the outdoor unit. Now this is just like a refrigerator. There isn't air passing from the inside of your fridge to the outside of your fridge. Except in this case, there's no air passing from this unit outside to the one that's inside. All that is passing backwards and forwards is refrigerant gas through those pipes that you can see there. Okay, and so with the magic of wonders of modern videoing, or television actually, that we've had for 60 years, we're now back inside. And we're having a little look at the inside unit again. So now you'll be wondering the question, if there's no air transferring between this unit and the one we just had a look at outside, how are we getting smells from outside inside? Well, several questions to think about. Are we really actually getting smells from inside to outside, or are we heating up the smells that are inside and causing it to be more smelly, that we can actually start to smell them? Think of it in terms like this. You cook a piece of steak, you put it in the fridge. You could smell it nicely when it was in the frying pan. When it's cold and it's gone in the fridge, you don't smell it when you take the cold steak out of the fridge. When you take the cold steak out of the fridge and put it in the microwave and heat it up a little bit, you can start to smell it again. So are we making the odours in your home more fragrant when we warm them up? That's a question we're going to need some better answers for when we understand what is actually in the home based on the air quality testing. The other concern I've got is whether we've had 6 months of this odour collecting on those aluminium foils in the radiator that you can see behind me, this bit here, that will point. You get the idea. Okay, so one of the questions I've got is, do we need to look at cleaning all of the filters on these machines, and do we need to look at having someone come and clean the radiators on these machines where people are complaining? Now, the other thing to be concerning and thinking about is that when you heat up the air with one of these machines, it's a giant fan that's on your wall, and that causes drafts to start moving around your house. It also, as we heat up the air, we change the pressure of the air. We all understand about high pressure and low pressure from watching the weather on the news. The question I've got is, are some of our homes a little bit leaky? Now, one follower on the group that was there last night, he commented that he's actually changed all the downlights in his house and replaced them with LED lights so that the air that's in his ceiling isn't drawn into his living room when he turns his heating on. So there's quite a bit more to the science and a few things that we need to understand. And there's a few things that we can do some basic checking and start to get some understanding around. So that's one of those things that I'm going to put out to Anne Galloway, who is organising the Council's support package response, to actually give some thought to whether we can get some experts from the air conditioning company to start giving us some better advice. The other thing that we're going to have a bit of a question and look at is whether we can add some carbon filters to some of these heat pumps to actually clean up the air that already exists in your homes and start to decontaminate the amount of smell that is already existing in your homes that is potentially built up over the last 7 months. And that's a question we're going to ask as well. Now, if you think I'm talking a whole bunch of bunkum, which plenty of people there last night did, come on, face it. A few of them did. Yeah, I know you did. You did. Yeah, admit it, you did. I installed the heat pumps. Yes, I do that too. I know, it's kind of crazy. Hey, have a great night, guys. Oh, yeah, ask questions in the comments, share and like, and do the social media thing, please, so that we get the word out there that the help is available. More soon.